Hello
everyone, welcome back to my channel. I just received something in the post that I've been really looking forward to, and I thought I would do an unboxing, unwrapping type thing. I watch a lot of these videos. I don't think I've ever made one, so I thought I would give it a go. So I thought I would start by just showing you the packaging. This is a palette of tube paints that I ordered from Jackson's, which is an art shop based in London. They do great international shipping, I gather, because a lot of international people order from there. I see them doing hauls, and they do great prices. They have a lot of things reduced, so they're a really reasonably priced place to buy from. These paints I really wanted to buy from my local art shop. If you're ever in Lincoln, there's a tiny little art shop on the straight called Bluebird Arts and Crafts. If you're ever around, do go and have a look in there, because she has some great things, but she didn't have this palette. So I was going to order each tube separately, but it worked out so much more expensive that I couldn't justify it. So I ordered it as a palette. And I just wanted to show you how it came wrapped. So this came in a bubble mailer. It's got cardboard on the outside, and then the actual box is wrapped in bubble wrap as well. So I'm just going to take it out. I might cut this out because it might sound god awful. So let's give it a go. Oh no, it didn't squeak. I had visions of it squeaking and sounding horrible. So it's well wrapped in bubble wrap. I'm just going to cut it open. So the Sennelier paints that I've ordered, it's a set of 12. If you aren't aware, Sennelier are a French brand. They are a little bit different because they use honey as the binder in their, as both a binder and a preservative in their watercolours. Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry, I can't stand the sound of squeaky bubble wrap, so I thought best to just get it unwrapped. So, yeah, Sennelier use honey. The paints tend to be quite smooth. They're famed for being very good at layering, so glazing on top of each other to build up colour. They're very vibrant, and the experience I've had so far, I've had one pan paint and one tube. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the tube. I'll show you. This is where I keep all of my tube paints and my hydrous. Let me just see if I can focus you in a little bit. This is where all of my paints live. Somewhere in here I have a little tube of Scarlet Lake. Where's it gone? Here it is. So, not Scarlet Lake, sorry, Crimson Lake. And this was it was such a smooth paint. I'm just going to move this out of the way. It was such a smooth paint that I just wanted to try some more. So I ordered the tin of 12. The reason I actually ordered Crimson Lake was because originally I believe this set had Crimson Lake in it, and a while ago they changed it to be Opera, because actually if you look on the Jackson's website, the photo they have has it as Crimson Lake, and then I saw that it had been changed to Opera, so I went and bought this tube from my local art shop. And then I also have in my big palette, I have a Sennelier pan paint here as well. This one is called Blue Violet, and I love that colour. It's a really, you can see how gentle one wash of the colour is, and then it just builds up to a really vibrant purple. So I just really liked the consistency, and I just think that they're a really lovely brand, so I wanted to try some more. Now each tube is 10 ml, which if you know anything about professional watercolour, you'll know that a Winsor & Newton tube, for example, is 5 ml. They are both professional artist watercolour. This one isn't a student range. They're both professional, and you get twice as much paint in the Sennelier tubes. They are about the same price retail, so for, you know, depending which series it is, depends how much you pay. Sennelier are also famous for most of their colours being transparent. That's why the glazing properties are so good, and they have strong light fastness, I believe. So yeah, I've done a little bit of research. I'm not an expert, but I'm really looking forward to using these. So let's open up this box. So you've got a nice, so the actual tin comes in a box. You've got some information on the back. So it says a honey-based watercolour. The honey used in L'Aquarelle Sennelier acts not only as a preservative but also as an additive, bestowing incomparable brilliance and smoothness to the paint. Always striving for excellence, Sennelier has revamped its watercolour formula, increasing the amount of honey to reinforce the longevity, radiance and luminosity of the colours. True to Sennelier's roots, the colour palette remains that of the Impressionists, and the paint is, as always, made in France using traditional methods. So yeah, I mean, these are, as I've said before, famed for being really vibrant colours, and well, building up to really vibrant colours. And because of the honey, I believe that it takes longer to dry, and it moves in a much more fluid way. So when you're working wet on wet, you get some really nice transitions. It's just when I've looked at work made using these paints, they just look beautiful. And when I swatched this Crimson Lake, I actually shared this on Instagram, so you may have seen, but let me just get you focused. So this here is the Crimson Lake in my swatch book, and it is just such a smooth gradient. There's no granulation there. It's just really beautiful. I really like I just really liked how it moved, and that really appealed to me. So yeah, let's open up this box and get the tin out. So it comes in a tin. I believe this tin is the same size as you would get for a 36 pan tin. So underneath is my 48 pan tin. So it's about, just to give you an idea of the size. It's obviously got Sennelier written on there. I actually plan to, I do prefer working from pans than from tubes. I only work from tubes at home, so I am planning to pour these and put them into my little travel tin, which that's the Crimson Lake. I've got one random Daniel Smith in there, but I do plan to pour them and carry them around poured as my travel option. But so let's have a look. So you've got your lovely 4 large wells here. This is nice to see. So this this side, if I just move you up so you can see, this isn't hitting the ground. On both of my other palettes, this doesn't. I've heard people talking about how this shouldn't actually slope all the way down to the ground, so that you haven't got such a gradient. But ooh, I'm just looking. Oh, that's different. Okay. But yeah, it is actually it is actually lifted off the ground, so the joint here must be tighter on this one than on my others. So you get 12 colours and a brush. The Sennelier make the Raphael brushes, and this is actually a sable brush from what I can see. It says red sable. I'll have to look it up, but it's a number 3. But yeah, I think I'll look it up a little bit and see if I can find out a little bit more about that. So that just fits in that little slot there. So this set doesn't actually have opera in it, as on the cover is opera, and I'm going to be honest, I'm not a fan of opera, because I have opera in Winsor and Newton, and obviously it's famous for not being light fast at all because it has a fluorescent pigment in it. So I'm not going to lie, I'm actually quite happy about that. And I'm also quite happy that the one that is in here instead isn't Crimson Lake, because when I saw that red there I thought, oh no. But no, it isn't Crimson Lake, so I haven't got a duplicate. So my other reason for buying this set was because recently I redid my swatch book. This is my swatch book. I'm actually thinking of, I could actually do a video on this if you'd like. And I realised that I don't have in tube form any of the sort of core colours that you would expect to have. I have some blues, but you know when you buy a set of paints and it has a certain set of colours that you expect to have, sort of like your Payne's grey, your siennas, your yellows. I didn't have them. I've got them in pan form from when I originally bought a Cotman set, but I don't have them in tube form. So, you know, it was just me trying to find different reasons to buy this, let's be honest. But I thought, you know what, this is gonna give me lots of colours that I don't currently have in tube form. And I do use tubes when I'm at home. I'm a big fan of pouring into empty pans. You get so much more paint for your money that way. These tubes, for example, I mean this tube here, I fill one pan and it's used maybe a third of the tube. So you get a lot more by buying tubes and pouring than you do if you just buy the pans. So in here there is a lemon yellow, Sennelier yellow light, French vermilion, Sennelier red, bright red, ultramarine deep, phthalocyanine blue, that's a bit of a mouthful, forest green, phthalo green light, burnt sienna, Payne's grey and warm sepia. So just a nice variety of colours. I'm really happy with the ones that are included. Like I say, I'm actually really quite glad that opera isn't in here. I was that was my one sort of thing about buying the set, was that it would have had opera in. I would have just directly changed it out, but I'm really glad it hasn't. So I think what I am going to do now is add these to my swatch book, and also I will then do some pouring. So I will probably speed this up, but yeah, let's get to it.
La mer. La mer. La mer. On va danser le long des golfes. 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 La mer. La mer. La mer. la mer, la mer, la mer. On va danser le long des golfes. 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 La mer, la mer, la mer, la mer, la mer, la mer. On va danser le long des golfes. 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 La mer, la mer, la mer, la mer, la mer, la mer. On va danser le long des golfes. 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 La mer, la mer, la mer.
So that's my little Sennelier travel tin all ready to go, and my big tube tin. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give me a thumbs up, and I will hopefully see you soon for another video. Bye!